And now it's Deborah Kobylt Live and the Little Italy Podcast.
Hi, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us today on our Little Italy Podcast. And I'm joined by Gregg Schwenk, who is the co-founder and CEO of the Newport Beach Film Festival, one of my favorite festivals. It's a 26th year. And it starts this year, I believe, on the 16th, goes all the way until the 23rd. I think this is going to be your absolute best festival yet. In particular, I love the international category. We're going to be talking about the Italian Spotlight, for example, that you've got in there, but also so many other films. And in your words, Gregg, it also really reflects on sort of the great international community that we have here in Southern California. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to have you take it away and talk to us about the festival.
Well, thank you, Deborah, very much for your kind words and your support of the film festival and the community overall. Yeah, and I think it does. We're one of the things when we founded the festival 26 years ago, we wanted to be able to reflect that diversity of Southern California, and most importantly, celebrate the storytellers from those communities and those countries. That at that time, it was very difficult to get film on the big screen.
Wow.
And especially when looking at it from an international perspective, people were not as receptive to subtitles. And I think one of the benefits of streaming has been that more and more people are diversifying their entertainment choices and our selections. And I look at it that we see so many people who are much more open to seeing an international film from whatever country that might be, and enjoying the stories that they're telling. The other day, I happened to stop by my mom's, and she was watching a K-drama. And I go, how did you find this? And she says, oh, it suggested it to me. So, here's my, 80 plus mom watching a drama from Korea because she liked other foreign film. So I think this is really, we converge at a very nice time where both the global filmmaking is at a peak, and there's some amazing stories coming from around the world. And I think our audience really enjoys the experience of seeing those films for the first time. Many of our films will have talent both in front of and behind the camera, so really enriching question and answers after the films. So what we take what is a passive experience of going to the movies or watching a film, and we make it active. And that's what's really special at the Newport Beach Film Festival.
I also want to point out that you teach a class over at Fullerton, right? Cal State Fullerton.
That is correct.
And you make sure that those students are so involved in this Newport Beach Film Festival. That is a terrific thing that you do. The future filmmakers, the future people who want to do something that you're doing, I really applaud you for that. I'd like to give a shout out to two of your students, Katie and Amy, who've been working really, really hard with the Italian Spotlight. And as you know, one of my podcasts is the Little Italy Podcast. And let's talk a little bit about the film from Italy that's going to be highlighted this year.
Yes. So this is the third film installment of the When Mom's Away series. This one is When Mom's Away with the In-Laws. It's been a very well-received series within the Italian-American community. It's extremely accessible. Some people sometimes look at international films as esoteric studies of film.
Right.
The films we try to put in many times for our international spotlights are ones where if you enjoy that, we have other films from the country that might be a little bit more challenging from a viewing perspective, or maybe in a nonlinear storytelling, all sorts of different things. But this film, very accessible, very funny. I want to do a shout out to Vicky Carabini. Vicky has been such a supportive member of the Italian-American community, and I wish every community we work with had a Vicky, because she has made the process of both selecting our film for the spotlight as well as connecting and engaging with the Italian-American community so easy and so vibrant. So I do also want to say thank you to Cal State Fullerton. It's been my 23rd year as an adjunct professor or adjunct faculty. And I find it as enriching to teach as hopefully my students do to listen to the lectures and the plans that we put together. And it is something where my students get to engage and work with individuals like yourself and others from communities throughout Southern California to ensure that they know what we're programming and what we're building to celebrate the culture and community, especially the Italian and Italian American community. So to go back to the film, it's a comedy, and again, it's based off of two other films that we have screened in past years that were extremely well received. And this one, the mother and the family are going off to see her youngest daughter go to college, and it's just a very wonderful, heartwarming, enjoyable rom-com that I think people are going to walk away going, "Oh, that was really great, a really fun time, a good date movie."
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that so many of the international community members were talking to us about when we started looking back. Last year was our 25th anniversary, and we did a big meeting in the field and started talking to some of our stakeholders in different communities. And one of the things, while they definitely want to have maybe the submission for the Oscars from their country, or maybe one of the great masters or classic film from their country, they also wanted to have something that's maybe a little bit more uplifting and a little bit lighter, especially for their spotlight, because what's neat about the international spotlights is prior to each one, everyone gets to walk the red carpet. Everyone's a VIP at the Newport Beach Film Festival. So we get to participate in the whole excitement of being part of the red carpet arrival and engaging with the talent and the other important VIPs from the Italian American community. We then have the screening. And then we have an amazing post party immediately following the screening. That's at Time Nightclub. It's in the same complex, so you don't need to get back in your car.
Right.
And that's going to go from basically 10 till midnight. We have entertainment, DJ, food, hosted bar by Tito's and our other alcohol partners. So we really have something for everyone. And it's just a really great evening, a really fun time here in Newport Beach.
Yeah, and I want people to know that this is for everybody. This is not a film industry thing. This is for the public to come out for many days and enjoy the films that you showcase, correct?
Well, what's interesting is that we have a very large academy and guild presence here in Orange County. So we
Yeah.
definitely have that business component of the show business. But on the show side, it is a show that's open to everyone. It is just not for the industry. It includes all members of our community. We're getting people driving down from Westlake Village, from Ojai, and from San Diego and Palm Springs. So we are really something. We are Southern California's film festival, with over 115 features, 270 shorts. We are the largest celebration of cinema in coastal Southern California, larger than anything in San Diego, Orange County, or even LA County. And we'll probably bring out between all of our special events, what we're doing with Style Week, what we're doing with the Newport Beach Film Festival, what we're doing as far as screenings and post parties and receptions and talks and awards chatters and all sorts of different things. We're probably looking at nearly 50,000 people attending the festival this year.
That's magnificent. And I love the talks that you have after. That's so valuable for people to understand what's behind the making of the film and the thought behind it. Those are the best.
Oh, they are. And I think what's wonderful is that we have, obviously we've got our big awards event that we do with Variety and their 10 actors to watch. And we just announced everyone from Mark Hamill, Scarlett Johansson, Jenny Slate, Diane Lane, Carrie Condon, and a whole host of others that we're going to be honoring, along with the Variety's 10 actors to watch. We also have some very impactful awards chatters with Scott Feinberg, who is the executive award editor for Hollywood Reporter. And Scott's going to be doing a sit down with Ryan Johnson, who's the director of the Knives Out series. And we're doing a special screening of Wake Up Dead Man on the Friday of the festival. Months ahead of its premiere in December. And then we haven't announced it yet, but Scott's also going to be doing a sit down with the amazing star, Jacob Elordi, who stars in the new Frankenstein film. And there'll be more on that, and Scott will be announcing that shortly. So we're very excited for what we have planned, and that's just some of the stuff. I mean, as I said, we have so many things taking place with so many films, so many people traveling in. We have a 14-member delegation coming in from Ireland.
Wow.
It's really because of the generous support from both Culture Ireland and Screen Ireland that we're able to bring these young filmmakers in and up-and-coming filmmakers in from Ireland to have them experience an international film festival, have their film screened from a very appreciative audience, and just truly excited to be able to share that experience. Some of them the first time off the island of Ireland. And
wow.
That's reflected. We've got another large delegation coming in from South Korea. We've got a team coming in from Germany, France. We've got, again, just a very, very wonderfully diverse group of filmmakers coming in from around the world, and all coming here to Newport Beach. And that's the other thing. When we started the festival, we really felt there was no better backdrop for an international film festival than Newport Beach. I sometimes joke that it's like Cannes without the French. So it is it's one of those things where it's a beautiful setting. It's got all the amenities that anyone could want. And the venues that we utilize are all luxury screening, all state-of-the-art facilities. So films get to be seen in the manner they're supposed to be seen on the big screen in front of an audience that truly appreciates the work of people both in front of and behind the camera.
Absolutely. And what are you leading off with?
We are opening with Linklater's new Blue Moon, Ethan Hawke's tour de force. It's the story of Rodgers and Hart, and we've got some really incredible surprises for that evening. We've just announced that we're also, again, since we have so many short films, again, 270, that's it. I think we're the largest collection of short film and a feature film in the United States. And with that, we love celebrating the short film art form. We are bringing back an opening night short. It's called They. It's an animated short. We are going to be the international premiere of that film. It debuted at the Edinburgh International Film Festival, and we're very proud to have the director of that film coming in to do a special introduction. It is her directorial debut for that short film, and that is the Academy Award-winning Renee Zellweger. So we're especially happy to be able to celebrate her move into directing, and especially such an accessible and wonderful short film.
You know, thank you for doing this, because look at all the business you're going to be bringing to the local area as well. Excitement, something for people to do as a community. That's a big thing now, right, Greg? That's a big thing. We've got to get together as a community. By the way, I just had Vicky Carabini on two shows ago, and she was talking about the Newport Beach Film Festival. We're all part of a community, and we've got to really maintain that. And you are doing, wow, your part on steroids. You're doing a terrific job. So thank you very, very much. I also want to mention, right, you mentioned shorts. We've got documentaries. We've got art, architecture, culinary, music, fashion. There is something for everyone in this. You can find your film. You can find your people. You can find your party time. You can find all of it, right? Please, you take it away, because you know this certainly better than I do.
Sure. And it is something one of the things I'll say is I'm blessed with an amazing staff and amazing here. So it is not the co-founder with me, Todd Corderero, good Italian. It is one of those things where it is an amazing team that puts this together.
Yeah.
And I do a big shout out to our programming team, both in shorts and in features. Leslie Feibelman, who handles a number of our special programs. You mentioned art, architecture, and design, our culinary program, our action sports series. I think it's
Right.
probably best in the world. And she's really been the one who has spearheaded all of those initiatives. And for all of this, if they want to log on to our website, which is newportbeachfilmfest.com, so newportbeachfilmfest.com, and follow us on our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, our X, and TikTok, and you get up to date on all the things that are going on at the festival. But what's wonderful is everything is up on our website now. People can purchase tickets. They can reserve seating for our free events that we're doing in conjunction with Style Week and Fashion Island. And again, there's so much happening, and I concur with you. Community, both big C and little c, have to be coming together at this time.
Yeah.
And especially in Southern California, after the devastating fires in January, the importance of community has really been in the forefront of my mind. And the idea that we all need to come together and celebrate those things which unite us.
Yeah.
Film and entertainment and good storytelling can definitely do that.
Yeah. I was just reading today about the first feature film with AI and how just about all of it was generated through AI. And I would just like to say the importance of storytelling, because that really comes from the heart that a human being can do. I'm not putting down anything that anyone's doing in the AI world, but when people put pen to paper, write a story, when there's with that human touch, that human element, that's really everything. And I'm sure in the future there will be an AI division, probably, because we're going to eventually have to make space for that. But what we're doing is bringing people together, and I really, really love that. What are your thoughts on AI film and actors and all that?
Well, again, I'm not a Luddite, but I'm also one who I think we have to be cognizant of how did AI come about, and it's not springing from the ether. It's pulling from performances and original thoughts of other people, creatives, and
Right.
so they need to be recognized and optimistically compensated for the usage of that intellectual property or performance. And so, I'm all for using technology to better one's life, but it's also one of those things that it has to be fair and it has to be just.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for the future. I'm not afraid of it necessarily, but I think we need, as it is with everything, it's constant vigilance. So we all need to be making sure that the technology is working for us on all fronts.
Has this been your dream since you were a kid, to be involved and immersed so deeply in the film community? Because what you're doing really is vibrant.
Well, thank you. So it's interesting. My background is actually not film.
Yeah.
I grew up in Newport Beach, very fortunate, very blessed for that. And so I've got very deep roots here, and it definitely helped. We started building out the festival, but I actually went to UC Berkeley. I studied the political economy of industrial societies, a combination of political science, history, and economics. And I ended up working in investment banking of all things. I worked for 10 years with Citigroup, another 5 with a company called McGladrey, and then I've worked with a number of other M&A firms up until the Great Recession. And from our office at Citigroup, we founded the Newport Beach Film Festival 20 years ago. So for a long period of my life, I was in investment banking, I was teaching at Cal State Fullerton, and also running the film festival. And so that the triple job, I know what that feels like. But I think what's been rewarding for me is that sense that we have brought community together.
Yeah.
And then again, through the university and the classes I'm fortunate enough to teach, it is sort of preparing the next generation of festival organizers and agents and managers and business development people and a whole multitude, excuse me, of positions that build our industry and really working with them. A small little sub note, last year we happened to do the world premiere of a biopic on Jenny Rivera, the singer, the
yeah.
singer. And the lead actress was amazing. My students worked on the film, the screening and the post party for that, the celebration, and they got to meet the cast. And then as they were taking photos with the lead actress, her manager came up to me, her agent, and said, "You don't remember me, but I was your student 10 years ago at Cal State Fullerton." So we come full circle that my previous students are now in the industry repping, a whole host of different professionals, and my students get to interact with them on the events and the programs that we build. So it's to me that while I maybe didn't have the formal training of film, I have a deep appreciation and love again for storytelling and for the men and women who can from nothing create amazing things. And that is truly a human trait and something that's special and that should be celebrated.
Thank you so much for joining us. Well said, and a terrific point to end our podcast on. I'm quite grateful that you joined us today. I know that you're a very busy guy, so thank you very much for putting this together for us. I appreciate it. And I want to, please, people, go on the website and get your tickets. A lot of this does sell out. It's a magnificent community down there. Wherever you're from, you can make it a day trip, go for a night or two, or for the entire duration. It's beautiful, and you're going to learn a lot and enjoy a lot, and probably meet some terrific people too. So thank you so much for joining us on our Little Italy podcast and our Deborah Kobylt live podcast, which you can find on YouTube, Facebook. We will post promos about the festival on our Instagram. And then after that, you can listen as an audio podcast on iHeart, on Spotify, and anywhere else that you get your podcast. Just put in our names and you'll find our interview. So thank you very much, Gregg, for being here, and for my entire audience. Please spread the word. We'll be seeing you at the film festival. Bye-bye.